I'm about to blow your mind, baby dolls. Check this lady out on the right. Her name is Lynn White. Now, if you've been following my channel, which all of you have, I've made many videos on the missing plane from Malaysia MH370. It is 100% confirmed it was zapped out of the sky using deep state military tech from the US government. The rumored suspicion is that it was done as a demonstration because China took like 8 or 12 scientists and they got them to defect. It was used as a demonstration because America caught them. 3 orbs circulate the plane, plasma orbs. They teleport to the 4th orb. Okay, we have the science. There's a lot of patents about how the stuff works. Obviously, it's all deep black stuff. And it was filmed not with a satellite. Yeah, it's called GORGON stare, which the US government was caught, exposed, deleting, which I've got many more videos for you from. So if you know, friends, I've been covering MH370 and Ashton Forbes for a while. And, you know, I've got a lot of videos here. Here's Ashton on the right. There's Ross Coulthart on the left. Ross is a bit of a boomer when it comes to MH370. And so is Jeremy Cowbell. They I don't know if they're just like, you know, in that disbelief pump thing, you know, from crypto markets, they're in disbelief, but we know who leaked the video as well, Edward C. Lynn. The newest information, here he is. He actually had to change his name. He's no longer Edward C. Lynn. Basically, I was wondering why then just kill him because he worked in the military. Well, apparently he's a prodigy, you know, speak Taiwanese and stuff, you know, just like he's a prodigy, really smart person. America really want to use him. He's like really talented. So they put him in jail, was basically rotting in jail, changed his name, he doesn't talk to anybody. And everybody in the UFO community keeps trying to contact him. Can't say anything. Now, I'm about to blow your mind. Lynn White, what I'm about to tell you, friends, can be wild. Okay, let's go. In the year 2014, when Malaysia MH370 first disappeared, and they brought out the airport people, you know, MH370 announcement. So MH370 announcement. When it first came out, everybody in the world was asking, what happened? Here he is, okay, down in the ocean. They come out. What happened? Well, those governments were told by America, give the fake excuse, all right? Lynn, on the right, she remote viewed what happened to the plane. And she wrote about it on her blog. She actually correctly said it got zapped out of the sky by plasma orbs. She's getting interviewed by this gentleman. The interview's not out. Polarity Josh. Never heard of him before. Shout out to you, Mr. Polarity Josh, if you watch this. So here he is. She's going to interview him. He's going to interview her. But I just want to show you, because I remember reading about this and I forgot where it was. I wanted to find it and it's just appeared again. Maybe I've manifested it. So obviously this is the plane as well, just for you know, friends. So this is the actual plane getting zapped. And if I could stop here, there's a part here where actually they get zapped, right? There's a part here, bang. So the orb goes dark blue. That's a UV light, okay? So in 2018, so 4 years after this happens, it's revealed by Nobel scientists that he's discovered some equations. I forgot how exactly it works. He discovers some equations and he proves if you were to do a warp hole drive, the energy left behind is a UV light. So that just proves, right, this video is real. Because if you are doctoring this, if you are photoshopping this, okay, think about how unlikely it is that you were to correctly guess if a warp hole drive happens, that you knew exactly what the heat signature would look like, an exact UV radiation light. Remember, it wasn't even human knowledge at the time. A scientist discovers it 4 years later. I wonder if it's the government basically just telling them to make progression in this. So she remote viewed it back in 2014. She said it was zapped in the sky by plasma into another dimension. Okay, let's actually read her blog post. You want to read it from 2014? So look what she says. How and why did this plane slip into another dimension? To be honest, I can't see the why or how. I just see what looks like an electric storm, and the sky immediately surrounding the plane has this plasma look to it. When you stare at a hot road, it gives the appearance of a blurry vision in the space directly above it. Well, the sky looks like that around the plane. The next thing I see is the plane is gone. She wrote that 2014, man, when it happened. That's wild. She's actually got more information, okay? Look what she says. So this is it, okay? They actually have the location here. There's a picture, okay? So look what she says. She goes, when I tune in, my mind is at the point of the flight where the issues start to arise. I see that there is a huge electrical disturbance. What looks like a clear day turning into this dark, gloomy surrounding. It looks like the heat lightning and flashes surrounding the plane. I also see what looks like a discharge of static electricity coming off the plane. The flight attendants are trying to stand. The people are trying to stand and grab something above their heads. Question mark, she says. Is it chaotic and a lot of turbulence? Oxygen masks begin to fall. Then there is this loud thundering sound that is so deafening people are grabbing the sides of their head. I feel the pain in my ear, like it's loud, there's so much pressure. Then she continues. Then all of a sudden there's this silence. It's so quiet and calm. No one is talking, there is no noise. It's the ultimate peaceful feeling. I don't even hear the noise of the plane anymore. It's as if the engine isn't even running. It feels like the plane is gliding. There is no turbulence, like it's floating peacefully through the air. I can't help but feel like this plane, MH370, went into a different layer or dimension of our current existence. And then she interjects, she goes, I realize this is a very alternative concept, but I just report what I see. You gotta think, man, this is 2014, friends. This is pre-Joe Rogan talking about UFOs as well, right? She's talking about this. She goes, I see the jungle. And she goes, and what I noticed most are the leaves. The passengers are looking at the vegetation in complete amazement, but not in complete horror of the leaves, amazement. They are gigantic, so the leaves are huge. The climate feels warm and humid, but rather comfortable. I also have the images of the plane on a beachy coast as if it's coasted to a graceful landing. I can't get these images of the show Lost out of my mind, as if the fundamental situation may be similar. This is freaking wild, friends. Lost TV show. You remember, friends, do you ever watch Lost? I watched all of it, man. It's so wild. So that's the whole premise of Lost is they go on a plane and then they crash. Okay, Lost, show, TV, crash. Plane crash. So they go on a plane, there's an electrical storm, and then they crash, right? This is pretty much, this was the show. Giving me memories now. Check it out. So, now, the thing is, this was written by J.J. Abrams. Now, you're probably thinking, Sommi, what are the chances that the TV show Lost, because in the show, you end up finding out later towards the end, like, they went through another time dimension in there, and then I think that you find that at the end, I think they're all dead. I think it's purgatory. I think that's how it ends. They basically go up the stairs or something. But in the show, like, they go back to an ancient time, and then they run. Remember, guys, there was that guy with the black eyeline, that Spanish dude who never seems to age, and the black smog monster. Well, this is the thing. Okay, this is why our realities are just a bit. It's not what us monkeys think. So, did J.J. Abrams, think about this, okay? If we're being controlled by non-human intelligence and they want to slowly introduce concepts to us, did J.J. Abrams, when he's like writing the script for this, was he downloading this consciousness somewhere? He was downloading information? Because that's it. All the thoughts in our head, they're not all our thoughts. Right? We're very, very clear. Something's putting them there, So it makes you think, how much free will do we have, was he downloading something from the universe? Okay. It's we don't understand it. Obviously our brains, how many times, friends, we've even done this on the show, like, there's words I've never said in my entire life. Okay. There's words I'm like, I literally haven't said a certain word for like 5 or 6 years. And then I'll say it once. And then you guys will go, Sommi, I was literally watching you. I looked up that word yesterday and I watched a show on that word, or like, oh, that word, just, it's happened to us. Okay. So Lost, right? It makes me think about this going to another dimension. So she remote viewed it. I think I remember seeing this years ago. And I was like, whoa, what is this? And I thought, it's probably one of those psychic. I thought psychic stuff was like weird, friends. A lot of it, Yeah, it's... What do you say to that? What's the explanation for that? We got none. We got none. I bet if you did a test on her brain, maybe her pineal gland, the third eye, maybe it's like, it's just pumping higher vibration waves or something. So that's how remote viewing works. Basically, we're satellites, antennas. We're picking up a signal. It's just, we don't know how to process all of it, right? That's why when you do remote viewing, they don't imagine stuff. They just say, okay, I'm thinking about something, right? If you ever wonder, friends, like even me, my squeaky chair, I can tell you now, because I'm in crypto 18 hours a day, okay? You know, like my room, the squeaks of my chair, any outside noise, even comments from the crowd, right? It's all zen to me because I'm here 18 hours a day. I'm literally like just a full-on lightning rod, okay? Rock hard like Metapod, just a full-on lightning rod, yeah? So here's my lightning rod, okay? No, it's not, you know what you think it is, a family-friendly lightning rod. So pretty much I just pick up a lot of signals, yeah? Now here's the thing. You put me in the middle of a football field, I'm not going to be scoring goals against, you know, a world-famous soccer player team, you know, but they will be, yeah, because that's where in their zen state. They call it flow state, zen state. It's almost like you're so comfortable, your brain basically like turns down all your like signals through your receptors, and you just basically can like swim in this sea, and you can pick out like basically the signals out here and just remove the noise, yeah. So interesting, right? It was considered just that she was a total nutcase when she even wrote about this. She's just nobody. Like, who knows what, you know, what is this, right? But this is what obviously the three orbs in the sky. We also saw, friends, a Spanish dude recorded in his backyard. He saw a plane out over the ocean. 3 orbs were going around the plane. Okay, this was a year before MH370. So they tested it somewhere. Okay, but I didn't get zapped. He just saw 3 light orbs around the plane. He recorded it. I've reported it on here for you. So a year before it happened. But the strange thing is she's talking about them being in like a... I remember reading her blog. I've actually got the blog here. It's actually like right here. Out here. But the thing is that it's just... that why it's so hard to believe is that like... there's so much detail. It's like, man, how are you picking up like all that detail? You know what I mean? Like if she just stopped like, oh, I just see like Zor orbs and then it's cool. But like she has so many things. Like she goes, I see electrical magnetic situation. I can't visualize an explosion. She goes, this is back then. Look, she goes, many people are, the question, right? Many people are suspicious about what happened to the plane. As I focus, oh, this is weird. Oh, wow. What I get is that China is behaving oddly about their airspace. Dude, she wrote this in 2014. Friends, I just told you at the beginning of the video, the rumor was that it was a demonstration to China. You've tried to make our scientists defect to do the semiconductor anti-gravity stuff. We got yous. Don't do that again. China is behaving oddly about their airspace. Wow. Shortly after it was forced south is where the electrical disturbance began. Man, that's... you got to admit, man, what are the chances of that? She's talking about China in 2014, and then we end up finding out from that US Navy SEAL, he said MH370 was a demonstration. Basically, it was a signal to China, don't mess with us. We're America. We got the UFO tech. We're ahead of you. Interesting. Look what she also says. Man, this is wild. She goes, this is a concept that's somewhat hard to understand, but we are taught that time is linear. We are also taught there is a start and stop point and things progress along a line. I too see time as linear, but I don't think we are restricted to always moving forward. We can jump ahead and backwards. We don't always remember where we have been, just like we all can't remember our consciousness mind when we ate last Tuesday. Your subconscious knows that is why. We may feel we have been somewhere or recognize someone and we don't remember. Having said that, I see what they had, what I call a time slip into the past. I've had many images of Gilligan's Island pop up. Okay, so she's trying to interpret all of these. Man, she has a lot of detail out here. Friends, what I remember is, look at it. She goes, I see a lady who has nervous hands, like she is ringing or moving her hands all the time. I get an image of knitting or crocheting, right? Look at these details there. First, I got an image of an Asian man that was trying to convey a message to me in a language I couldn't understand. He seemed frustrated that he couldn't talk to me. And then he held up his hands and showed me 2 fingers, 3 fingers, 7 fingers. Does anyone know what 237 means? This is weird. Mr. Wan Hock Kun. The only thing I get is that he's a very spiritual person and he's a mentor. I don't see him as physically strong, rather a spiritual healer. I want to use the word shaman. So this is wild, man. She was remote viewing individual names on the plane to see what's happening. Man, this is detailed as hell. Look at this, man. Bro, how do you write all this? This is just wild, man. Wow. So she was like basically remote viewing it. That dude, man. I won't be surprised, friends. After this interview, this lady disappears. CIA is just like, nope, teaching them too much stuff. That's wild, man. Ashton Forbes, shout out to Ashton. Okay, I'll listen. Yeah, I did not know. Ashton didn't even know this. Ashton, if you watch this, bro, this is wild, man. Wild. So she got it. Damn, man. So, you know, friends, in my Telegram, I made a post on this very thing, but I've added here just something special for all of us. I said, maybe the top of our crypto cycle will have these equally strange satellite signals, whatever you want to call them, beaming into our heads too. Like maybe we will all pick up those strange euphoric signals from the crowd. It's just like it's so clear to me and anyone else here. I know, because you know when you listen to me, friends, you know you're tapping into my brain too. Yeah, it's like you're sitting next to me. You're just hearing my voice all day. You're just tapping in. That's what I'm basically like. I'm just channeling all this stuff and I'm giving it to you for free. Now, I don't know where it's going to go, right? This would be weird. It'd be funny if they have to, imagine I have to delete my videos in the next bear market. No, they know too much. That'd be funny. I even said here, like, question mark, will Ty Lopez come back? What about Coinbase #1 App Store ranking? Are these things going to appear? And I'm like, oh my gosh, we've now hit the moment. Maybe. We'll see. What do you think about that? I know it's all real. Here's the thing though, like, they're cool stories, cool campfire stories. Yay, okay, now what? Well, man, here's the thing, friends, like, you know, all my life, I read about the best stock market traders from the bucket shops, and they avoided some of the big market crashes in stocks. Yeah. And they couldn't explain how they knew. They just picked up something in the universe, in their diary, where they're just like, I just feel like, man, there's going to be a big crash. They just got something. And when you read it, you probably think, oh, yeah, it's probably scientific. It's probably, they're looking at the market and the bucket shop. And like, you know, because I was standing in the crowd and before the big ones. I'm not so sure now, man. I think these people had their pineal glands or something. Something in here, when you're just here all the time, you just see stuff, man. Everyone's got their own talents. I wonder how it's going to play out. One thing is, though, for sure, we will be ready. Like, subscribe, belly button, all. Catch you soon.